Mo's Productions was just doing clips. I just started broadcasting, so we're getting a little late into the game, a little late to the party. But obviously, as you see from the title, we're doing a new franchise. Been taking a very long break, but we're gonna get back into the whole franchise mode, MLB 18, the show here. So went over in the last video. Obviously, you guys didn't see the last video, but I really like MLB the 18, the show. I think it's a very good game. Made a lot of nice changes. There are some very little cons, but most of all, it's all positives. Um, so anyway, we'll skip all the voodoo hoopla. We'll get right into it here. Um, give you guys a brief overview. We're gonna go division by division. AL East, we'll start out there. I think Jays, Rays, obviously the middle feeders. For the AL East with the Red Sox and Yankees at the top, I think they're gonna go on a pretty good run here of the next, 3 to 5 years. Obviously the Orioles definitely got to ship some people out and kind of get things back in the right direction. I think they're at the very bottom of the AL East. Machado's probably going to be gone. Be interested to see where he goes. But other than that, nothing really to report there. AL Central, honestly, I think it's very weak. I think, obviously the Indians are good, but they're definitely a team that definitely comes on late. They definitely don't, you know, just absolutely pump people during the year. White Sox, I think a couple years are probably going to be pretty decent. I don't know if it's going to be like the Cubs where they're just a powerhouse right away, but definitely in the next 3 to 5 years, be a pretty good ball club. Tigers rebuilding, Royals rebuilding, Twins. I think this is their last year to make or break. Um, I think I don't think Miguel Sano is going to pan out. They need some work with their pitching staff. Dozier might be gone. I think they just need to, kind of rejuvenate the system. Definitely get, some other talent on the big league team. AL West, one of the better divisions in all baseball. Angels, I like Otani. I like the concept of the two-way guy. I think he was a great sign. Just went on the shelf. UCL sprain, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Obviously with Trout, they're always going to be pretty good. I mean, he's kind of like a LeBron where he just carries the entire team. Oakland, definitely the bottom feeders of the league the last, 5 years or so. I definitely think that they're gonna start righting the ship. Definitely get in the middle of the pack. I wouldn't say they're gonna win a World Series anytime soon, but definitely as possibly a wild card team. I definitely think they have a chance. They're just kind of in a pretty tough division with the Angels. Mariners are good this year. Rangers always seem to be halfway decent. This year they're having a down year, and obviously with the Astros, probably one of the best teams in baseball on just pure talent alone on paper. Um, so yeah, I mean that really sums up the entire AL West there. Mariners are good. I like them. Rangers having a little bit of a down year, but they got plenty of talent on that team, and obviously the Astros, bit of a juggernaut with all the talent that they got. So yep, moving on. We're gonna go ahead and skip the NL East for right now. Go to the Central: Cubs, Reds, Brewers, Pirates, Cardinals. Cardinals always a pretty decent team. They're always in the thick of it. Definitely think in the next couple of years though they're gonna have to start getting rid of some of those old guys, bringing in some more youth. I think they have a good mix of veterans and younger guys, but I think they're definitely gonna have to go the younger route, especially in the Central. Pirates had a couple, you know, solid years of good baseball with McCutchen, Harrison, that A.J. Burnett, Garrett Cole, some of those guys. I definitely think they're kind of, trickling off from that. I think it's definitely ebbs and flows. You're going to have good years, and then you're going to go on a string of bad years. I think they're kind of in the middle of that right now. Um, Reds, interested to see how they pan out. I think they're kind of hitting a little stall, a little lull. I think they definitely went the rebuilding route. It's just going to take a little bit longer than I think they expected. I think they might possibly, in my opinion, be holding on to Joey Votto for too long. I think you could definitely get a lot of kickback from Joey Votto. Brewers obviously pretty good. Brought in some new talent: Christian Yelich, Lorenzo Cain. Pitching staff has always seems to be pretty good the past couple of years. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how they play with the Cubs upcoming series. This next series, Cubs get done with Pittsburgh in a couple days, and the Brewers get done with the Phillies in the next couple days, and they square off. Interesting to see how that plays out. I could definitely see the Cubs and the Brewers coming down to the wire at the end of the year. Obviously, the Cubs, my favorite team. No, I'm not a bandwagon fan, but good baseball team. I'll just leave it at that. And then obviously the NL West, one of the more competitive divisions in all of baseball. Last year, Padres, Giants definitely at the very bottom. Dodgers were way out in the front, struggling with health this year, but they're still a pretty good team on paper when they got all their guys. And obviously the Rockies and Diamondbacks, good teams, not powerhouses, but they definitely compete in a tough division. And I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, that this was your NL wildcard game last year, Diamondbacks and Rockies. Obviously, I'm trying to think who won it. I think it was the Diamondbacks. But both good teams. I kind of say they're almost equal. So let's come back to the NL East here. So obviously the team I'm going to pick is in the NL East. I'll let you take your guesses on who you think I'm going to go with. Personally, I think the NL East is probably the most interesting division in all of baseball. Braves obviously, you know, went heavy rebuild, have a very good farm system, lots of young pitching. The younger guys, Albies, Swanson, I don't know how you say a third baseman's name. Those guys are pinned out pretty well. Obviously, they got Freddie Freeman, who's pretty good, very good. Enciarte in center field, he's always pretty good. Nationals, interesting case with the Nationals. Personally, hmm, sorry, I got to spit here. Getting lots of floaters, if you know what I mean. But anyway, the Nationals, I give them another 3 to 4 years of being competitive. After that, I think they're gonna have to start a rebuilding project. I think they have lots of good youth in the system, but they're kind of relying on Scherzer, Strasburg, Harper, Zimmerman, Murphy. They got a couple young guys. I think Soto. They got Robles, Stevenson coming up. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. I think they're probably going to lose Harper after this year, and then obviously a couple years after that, Zimmerman's going to be gone. Murphy's going to be gone. I think Caesar sticks around for a little bit longer, closer to 40, but he obviously isn't going to last forever. Strasburg just never seems to stay healthy. I mean, this year he just went down a couple days ago, yesterday I think. So I don't know. Interesting with them though. Mets. I wrote an article for Fangraphs. They need to rebuild. I don't know what they're doing. They had an absolute monster of a rotation, and they just totally whiffed on surrounding the rotation with talent in terms of on the field. Um, when they picked up Cespedes, they should have just, I don't know. I think they just missed an opportunity. They're kind of just going with the washed up veteran route now, to be honest. And 10 years ago that would have worked. I just don't think with the game the way it is today, it's just not going to work. So that's my case on them. They have no farm system whatsoever. None. So they're going to have to rebuild, so they might as well get ahead of the curve and, start the process now, especially with the Nationals. I think, definitely in the next couple of years they're going to be at the bottom of the NL East, with the Phillies and the Braves being at the top. That speaks for Phillies too. Pretty good team. Rebuilding the last couple of years after that dynasty they had, 5 to 8 years ago, and they're a pretty good team. Signed Arrieta, signed Santana, and they're pretty good, pretty tough. So that brings us to the Miami Marlins. Obviously, as you can guess, that is the team we're gonna go with. Don't have to talk about what happened in the offseason. I'm sure everyone already knows about it. Jeter came in, shipped out basically all their value, all their talent on the big league team, and is basically saying we're going to rebuild. I like the move, okay? I think he's exactly right. It's what I would have done. I think it's what a lot of people would have done. I mean, obviously, Jose Fernandez passing away. That was really the only pitching right there. Obviously with the team budget of 76 million, especially with Giancarlo, it kind of restricts you to go out and sign a lot of valuable free agent pitchers. So I just think the timing was right. They definitely want to get ahead of the curve. They're going to be behind the Braves and Phillies, but hopefully at the tail end of their run, the Phillies and the Braves, that is, the Marlins can kind of jump in and hopefully take over the pack in the NL East. Be interesting to see how it plays out, though, but I like the concept. I like the team, so we're going to go with the Miami Marlins. I already have everything written out, rankings, whatnot, farm system, whatnot, so we're just going to jump right in and have at it. So we put all these to manual. I'm going to start in spring training. So we got everything taken care of. So I got everything written out, like I said. We're going to set our sponsorships real quick, just because if I don't, I'll forget about it. So there we go. Sponsorships taken care of. Take a look at the budget. We almost have $1 million to work with on a week-to-week basis. So yeah. So let's give you guys a good understanding of their roster and where they are at. Actually, MLB 18 has this, which I like. So according to MLB.com, the Marlins have 2 top 100 prospects. 2 in the top 100. This is only 50, so they're gonna have 0. At number 62, Monty Harrison, 22-year-old outfielder. 55 overall as a grade out on his scouting. So he's kind of going to be an average to a slightly above average major league player. Has a strong arm, so we're going to go ahead and stick him in right field. Number 96, Sandy Alcantara. He's having a very good year in AAA this year, by the way. Overall 55 again, average to slightly above average big league pitcher. Definitely has a lot of velo. That's his kind of bread and butter is the velo. Other than that, at the big league level, at least when I took a look at the rosters of this, on the game that is, we have Lewis Brinson, Brian Anderson, third baseman. Brinson's an outfielder, got him from the Brewers for Yelich. Both those guys have A potentials. They're going to be on our big league club, hopefully. And then on top of that, we have Braxton Lee in the outfield, center fielder, as an A potential, 24-year-old. And then Trevor Rogers, a 20-year-old left-handed pitcher with an A potential. After that, a lot of guys with just B potentials. A lot of them are a little bit older, though. So we'll have to, pay attention to how they pan out in the minor leagues. Possibly could make an impact. Probably couldn't. There's Braxton Lee actually right there, number 46. Interesting. Yep. 24-year-old, 65, A potential. See if we have anyone else. Brian Anderson at 24th. Lewis Brinson at 16th. And that's it. So, yep. Let's go ahead and go over here to the roster. So, it's obviously not good if your top guy is an 81 overall with a potential of a D as a reliever. That's not great. Real Muto, pretty solid. But again, we'll have to see how everything goes. I like the rotation for a couple reasons. I like Straley. I think he's a good pitcher. Harleen Garcia, I think he's definitely a guy, that, will be, he'll be decent. I wouldn't call him great. Or I think he'll be great. I'm trying to find the freaking prospect windups here. There they are. So we'll have to keep an eye on him too. I saw him pitch a little bit against Cubs, pitched pretty well. So again, we'll keep an eye on him, see how he does. We're gonna go with prospect 6. I just like messing with these guys' windups. Some of them just look way too funky. I don't like the generic stuff. So yeah, there's Sandy Alcantara. Obviously, his velo is his best attribute. Go ahead and take a look at which windup Carlos Rendon. Okay. In the bullpen, really, besides Barcelo and Streckenrider, um, really no one. Um, so that might be, an area which we have to look at in terms of when we go to free agency. Scott Van Slyke in the Marlins system. Go ahead and bring him up for big league spring training. Brian Anderson, JT Riddle, we're going to bring him up too. Can leave Braxton Lee down for now. Keep a couple years of team control for him. So here's what I want to do. I want to look through the free agents. We're definitely going to try and get rid of some guys. Obviously, we have a lot of starting pitching. Kolek, go ahead and get rid of him. Trevor Rogers, there he is, 59, A potential. Joe Gunkel, go ahead and get rid of him. And as well as Jacob Turner. High velocity guy right there, Ben Meyer, high velocity guy. Get rid of him as well. Go to catchers, get rid of this guy, D potential. I really want to try and get away from all the guys with D potentials. It's not really worth it to have them. I'm going to move Monte Harrison to right field, obviously, with his better, stronger arm. And then take a right fielder to left field. We're going to go with Josh Hart. He's the weakest arm out of all of them. So we're good there. We have 4 spots to work with going into free agency to see if we can pick up anyone. We're just going to take a look for now. I think the rotation's decent. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it for now. Definitely need some bullpen help. Gonna leave Ziegler in the closing role. Possibly another shortstop. I didn't realize he hit 290. It's pretty good. Yeah, Miami Marlins just don't have a good team this year. So, Michael Yona, I like him. Try and sign him to a 3-year, $2.5 million contract. I usually pick him up in free agency before the season. 3. So I got to decide here between. I might try and go for both of them, actually, to be honest. We're going to give him a club option. 6.5 for 2 years. 6.8 for 2 years, the club option. 76. Add him to the big league club before spring training. And then we're going to try and get Zitch as well. 2-year, 1.5 with the club option. So hopefully we can kind of just add some arms to that rotation that, will provide us um, give him Matt Albers. So there we go. I mean, obviously, a little bit more depth, a little bit more quality in that bullpen, just to try and help out everyone there. Stick him with that one. Sure, why not? Michael Yona. I should give him Cotton. You should give him his. Adam Conley. So we're good there for now. Let's just make sure everything's looking okay. Esler Hernandez. Let's just go ahead and send him back down to AAA. See if we can get someone else up here. Javi Guerrera. I'm going to send him up. Oh, picking styles for these guys is always a pain. I just don't like the generic looks. Simple as that. Give him 41. He'll like that one. Let's also put up Severino Gonzalez. I'll try and give some of these lower rated guys some innings at the beginning of spring training just to see how they do. And then obviously if they don't do well, like this Desponge, he'll be gone. Just how it's going to be. Good all the way across the board everywhere else. So still have one more spot. Possibly a prospect in the infield. Hopefully. I'm trying to remember if there is one. Eric Adele. Possibly another rotational guy. Matt Dominguez. Not seeing one yet. Colin Walsh. Would stay Campos. Go and sign him. Yep. Just to add some more depth. Some quality depth, that is, to the rotation. So because of that... Doesn't look like there's going to be any infielders that we can pick up. Mr. Mesa. All right, so as you guys can see, we spent a lot of time there picking up free agents, really beefing up the bullpen. Picked up some starters that can hopefully provide some depth, prospect-wise, farm system-wise. Basically put in order, picked out 7 spots which I thought were holes on the team, ranked them top to bottom. Um, number 1 being left field, 2 first base, 3 closer, 4 shortstop, 5 catcher, 6 relief pitching, young, farm system based, and 7 right field. Um, so obviously do that on the trade block. That's what I'm looking for. And then, um, what else did I do? Oh yeah, the coaches, picked up some new scouts. I'm really trying to focus on the draft, pick up some really high impact blue chip guys, and then picked up a couple new coaches. Just trying to give us a better coaching staff. We've got a young team, I want to develop guys. So that's really about it. There. I'm gonna play with the pitching rotation here. Hopefully, just give some guys, some of these younger guys who aren't as highly rated, um, just some reps. See how they do, see how they react. If they do good, great. Let's go ahead and throw them on the team. Let them pitch a little bit longer. If not, no big deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the lineup for now. I usually just like to see how it plays out. Who's doing well, who isn't. So obviously my little Yona, not doing that great. Throw Caleb Smith in there. Steckenrider. Throwing Wigrin. Throwing Steckenrider. Get Rosenthal in here. In terms of the lineup, everything 750. Brian Anderson. So for now, we're gonna leave it. Go ahead and take another look. See how it's going. Rotation was doing okay besides Adam Conley. 3-3, 5, 4, 5. Go ahead and throw him down there. 3, 2, 5. Justin Bohr gets hurt. Like I said, I'm just really just trying to leave that for now. Focus on the rotation, the bullpen. So Rosenthal is struggling. Farquhar is struggling. Throw Eric Goodell back in here. I like to just get him out of the way, so I'm not having to deal with them. Farquhar's down. Tony Zyke, 4-7. Severino's gonna go down. Maybe I should just go like this. Diaz is still doing pretty well. He'll stay up. Tayron Guerrero will stay up. Guerrero will stay up. Whitgren, he'll go down for now. Steichen will stay up. We'll just go with this for now. Zyke, get in there. Yona, get in there. Six, 3, 6, 1, 5, 4. Nothing I can really do about the rotation at this point. So let's see. 6, 8, 9, 5. Oh boy. So you're going to move Yona to relief pitcher. He's at 76 as a starter. He is at 74 as relief. We're going to go and send him down AAA. Didn't have a good spring. Guerrero, we're going to go down. Jumbo Diaz, he'll stay. I'm going to stick with that for now in terms of the lineups. start sending guys down. Tomas Talise, we'll keep him up for now. Garrett Cooper, send him down. Leave Lance Like up, let him get some first base reps. He might go after spring training's over. We are good there. Brian Anderson having a really good spring. JT Riddle not having a good spring. He'll get sent down. Victor Mesa having a good spring. Brinson doing decent. JB Shuck 0 for 22. He's going to go. Willie Garcia, leave him up. See if he can get some extra reps. So we got 4 spots still to send down, guys. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 18. Spring training's basically got another 4 days. So that's that. Jose Urena, decent year last year. Gonna be sent down to AAA for the time being. We have 8 starters in AAA, 5 at the big league level. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 5 in AAA. Seven. Him in AAA. Oh, okay, so we gotta get rid of 2 guys here. Lee Peters. Send Gallon down. Good there. Relievers. Let's take care of that in a little bit. Tomas Talise, we're sending him down. So Wallach can get the majority of the reps as catcher. Van Slyke, we're going to designate him for his assignment. We got Justin Bohr back. Second basemen are good. Third basemen are good. I have 2 more spots to get rid of. Christian Adamus will go down. Victor Mesa. Oh, I don't want to, but he might stay. Willie Garcia is going to go down. So now we have a full big league roster. Our bullpen is a little messed up. Caleb Smith sliding in the rotation. Lots of lefties. Lots of young lefties. 8, 9, 8, 1, 9, 1. Goodell having a very good spring. And Rosenthal will stand that long relief role. So give it a couple one. So now we are in our National League phase where we have National League lineups. So let's just take a look at these rosters. Maben, Ross Lunoff, Maben with a little bit of pop at 2-hole. Prado, Castro, Realmuto, Diedrich, Bohr, Castro, Realmuto, Diedrich, Brinson, Dan Straley. Brian Anderson having a very good spring. Might be coming off the bench to start the season. Kim Maben, Castro, Maben, Prado. Bohr, Realmuto, Brinson, Diedrich, Rojas, Straley. That's good for now. Finished the spring at 9 and 20. Let's see if our rankings have changed. We're at 28th now. So what I like to do is just track my progress by month. So let's fill out the rest of the minor league. I think it should be good because I don't have more actually. So we're going to sim to the regular season. There we go. And they didn't fill it out. Great. Scouting. Let's jump on scouting right now. Like I said, I wanted to fill out the scouts to try and get as much discovery as possible. So with that, not a lot of fishing guys. I should have paid attention to that. Go ahead and check out the starting pitcher, but then we're going to discover pitcher right, velocity for relievers, international position pitcher left, velocity for relievers, and then we're going to take a look at central. We're going to go outfielders, and we're going to go just strictly offense, contact, and power. Hopefully we can get someone in left. As of right now, no one really available to scout. Have a couple starters. Just fill out the rotations at AAA. Vincent. I want Yona. Campos. Alcantara. Richards. Colton Murray is my closer. Long reliever up. Oh, we still have a spot open. Throw another lefty in there. 62, 61, 60. And there we go. Have a couple starters mixed in to the bullpen there. That's fine. That will fill out on itself, and then I'll edit it. Starting off the Cubs. Let's check out the rankings. Actually, we're at 28th. Jumped up 2 spots. 28th. Power. 29th. Jumped up a spot. Contact, 16th, remained the same. Defense, 30th, remained the same. Pitching, 23rd, jumped up 2 spots. And speed, 11th, 7th, 19th, so he jumped up 2. We're just going to label this as... what is this? March. So every season or every month at the end of the month, we're going to take a look at the ratings. Got to be a lot of simming in this, guys. I mean, these first couple years are going to be pretty brutal, so I really don't want to spend a lot of time playing if we're just not going to be good. Just kind of be a big waste of time, and it won't even be worth it to play. So we're just going to sim. Build for the future, and then that's it. So, series against Chicago, take first game, lose second. Brian Anderson breaks his arm. Our dude in the spring training, out for 2 to 3 months. Get rid of all those. Take care of Anderson.
Welcome to Inside the Show. Baseball is back in April. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-0. At the start of the day, the Marlins sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, and the Cubs sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. The Cardinals completed a short 2-game sweep as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-4. Heading into the day, the Mets are in last place in the NL East, while the Cardinals sit in first place in the National League Central Division. Trey Turner had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, leading the Nats past Cincinnati 8-5. As of today, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, and the Nationals sit atop the NL East. The Los Angeles Dodgers finished off the 4-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Giants 2-1. As of right now, the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West, and the Giants are at the bottom of the division.
For a couple months for
Matt Duffy had 3 hits in the game, driving in 3, leading Tampa Bay over the Red Sox 6-5. In the standings, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Red Sox are atop the division. The New York Yankees knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the extra inning victory over the Blue Jays 7-6. At the start of the day, the Blue Jays are in 2nd place in the AL East, while the Yankees are 2nd in the division. The Minnesota Twins finished off a 2-game sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 1-0. Entering the day's action, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, while the Twins are sitting atop the AL Central.
And just move guys around.
The Detroit Tigers sank the visiting Buccos 3-2. As of today, the Tigers are in first place in the AL Central, while the Pirates sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. The Royals totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 9-3.
But it looks like
heading into the day, the Royals sit in first place in the American League Central Division, while the White Sox are at the bottom of the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim totaled 11 hits as they defeated the A's in Oakland 6-2. At the start of the day, the A's sit in 2nd place in the American League West, and the Angels are 2nd in the division. The Cleveland Indians held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 5-1. Entering the day's action, the Mariners are in 4th place in the AL West, while the Indians are leading the Central Division. The Houston Astros.
See if we can turn things around. We take one against the Red Sox, 8-6. I got to mess with this, or else it's going to annoy
Hey there,
the hell out
baseball
of me.
fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins put together 10 total.
Today they'll get done, and we drop one to the Red Sox. So we definitely picked up some pitchers.
Welcome
here.
to Inside the Show. Baseball is back in April. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 3-2. Also from Miami, first baseman Scott Van Slyke has been waived by the organization.
So we got three games coming against the Phillies, right, and
good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, the Washington Nationals knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 6-4. Michael Franco was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, leading the Fightin' Phils over the Mets 6-4.
Moving a little slow.
The St. Louis Cardinals put up 16 hits on the day as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 8-3. The Pirates grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pulverized the Twins 7-1. The Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 7-5. The San Diego Padres totaled 13 hits as a team as they used a walk-off and extra.
Our AAA team is going to get filled in today. We beat the Phillies. There we go. So just to take a peek at their lineups, make sure they got all the guys in the right spots.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Lewis Brinson collected a total of 4 driven in, helping the Marlins take care of the Phillies 6-4. The Nationals got the best of the visiting Mets 5-4. The Brewers combined to allow only 4 hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined for 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-3. The D-backs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 3-0.
Just filling these guys.
Ian Desmond was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game as Colorado beat the Padres 3-2. The Yankees took down the visiting Orioles 3-2. The Tampa Bay Rays set 3 balls into the seats as they took down the Red Sox on the road 4-1.
It looks like we're good.
The Detroit Tigers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the White Sox on the south side 4-0. The Seattle Mariners combined to give up just 5 hits as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-1.
And then in
the Oakland Athletics got 11 hits overall as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-1. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's pick up Christian Colon. I do like him. I think he's a little bit undervalued. I think he's a little bit underrated. Possibly could come up in the near future, help us out in the infield. And then we're going to need another outfielder. See who they got. Might get rid of a catcher. We have a bunch. I might go with Oswaldo Arcia just to get some power out there. Yep, we're going to go Arcia. Yep, got a roster spot open now. Just sign him to 1 year. So he'll be at AAA. Although, let's move him to the left. We got one of our prospects, 2 of our prospects coming up in right. I think he might just be a strictly against right-handed. Although the guy is 40, 45, 55. So he'll slide in the 2-hole. Just keep an eye on him, see how he does. Four and 4. Taking on another righty here. Brinson's tearing it up in the 4-hole. That's really good.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins smacked 15 team hits as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 8-2. In more news out of Miami, catcher Shea Outman has been placed on waivers by the club. The New York Mets racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the National.
Play one more game, and then take a look at the bullpen here. Scouts still on their assignments. Taking a long time.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins completed a short 2-game sweep as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 4-3. As of today, the Phillies are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Marlins are atop the division. The Mets hit 3 long balls as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-3. Heading into the day, the Nationals sit in first place in the National League East division, while the Mets are 4th in the division.
Talked about at the very beginning.
The Rockies totaled 11 hits
really in their
as they took down the visiting Braves 4-3. In the standings,
had a couple
the
guys
Rockies sit in 3rd place in the National League West division, while the Braves are atop the National League East division.
That works in our favor.
The Milwaukee Brewers got 11 hits overall as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-3. As of right now, the Brewers
the Mets. Dropped the first game to Zach Wheeler. Got another scout available.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the New York Mets knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-6.
Definitely a power guy, so possibly could
The
move
Washington
over
Nationals swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they pulverized the Braves 11-5. The Cincinnati Reds launched 3 home runs as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 9-0.
Pretty good arm.
The Chicago Cubs sent 3 balls into the seats as they plundered the Pirates 7-0. The Cardinals got the best of.
Take one against the Mets. Lose to DeGrom.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets hit 3 long balls as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-3. The Nationals earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the visiting Braves 2-1. The Phils allowed only 5 hits in the game as they ran over the Reds 7-1.
Rotation in the AA is
the
doing
Cubs
pretty well.
got
AAA
12 hits in this one as they sank the visiting Buccos 9-1. The Milwaukee Brewers combined to give up just 5 hits as they cruised to the win over the Cardinals 8-0.
New York.
The Padres got 11 hits overall as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 12-7.
Being a big help.
The A's allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 7-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 3-0.
Yadiel Rivera.
Boston Red Sox pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 6-3.
Possibly could run into one for us. Scouts available. Like I said, guys, it's going to be a lot of sending.
Welcome to this edition of Inside the Show. There will be 42s everywhere today in honor of the barrier-breaking Jackie Robinson. Before we get there, though, here's what happened yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Pirates pounded out 17 hits in this one as they manhandled the Marlins 10-3.
Offensive
the Rays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-2. The Colorado Rockies put together 10 total hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 3-2. The Brewers had 12 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 8-4.
I think that's going to happen.
The Chicago Cubs took down the visiting Braves 3-2. The Reds got the best of the visiting Redbirds 3-0. The Los Angeles Dodgers took down the visiting Diamondbacks 4-2. The San Diego Padres picked up 14 hits in total as they dismantled the Giants 9-2. Drew Pomeranz got the win as he went the distance as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 7-1. The Indians allowed only 5.
And our series against the Pirates is done. Take 2 out of 3. We're sitting 8-7. Got 2 righties in
It's
New
Monday
York,
morning,
so
and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins smacked 15 team hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 10-5. As of today, the Marlins are in second place in the NL East. And the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division.
In the outfield.
The Philadelphia Phillies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the Rays in extra innings 9-8. Heading into the day, the Rays sit in third place in the American League East Division. And the Phillies are in third place in the NL East. The Nats totaled 11 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 10-5. In the standings, the Nationals are in first place in the NL East, while the Rockies sit in second place in the National League West Division. The Milwaukee Brewers brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-2. As of right now, the Mets sit in last place in the National League East.
Taking on Sonny Gray, take game 1 for a sweep of the Yankees. We cannot do it against Tanaka. Take a split against the Yankees in Milwaukee. Got it right.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies launched 3 home runs as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 8-7. The Washington Nationals sent 3 balls into the seats as they manhandled the Mets 11-5. The Cubs completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-0. They now have 5 straight wins.
Take a look at the AAA lineups.
Joey Votto drove in 4, helping lead Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers 7-6. The Pittsburgh Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 2-1.
Obviously, I'll call them
the San Francisco Giants totaled 13 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 6-5. The Dodgers finished off a 3-game sweep as they made short work of the Padres 12-4. The Texas Rangers earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-3. It was their 5th straight.
Mirandy Gonzalez. Sounds like a pitcher, I'm pretty sure. In AAA, yep. So hopefully...
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Hernan Perez drove in 3 as the Brewers got the best of Miami 5-4. The New York Mets combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-0. The Philadelphia Phillies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-3.
Some scouts available.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 4-2.
We got 2 closers.
The Braves combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Mets.
Highly rated coming into the draft. Miguel De Pozo, torn finger ligament, out for 60 days. AA. A reliever.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins racked up 11 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee, 5-2. At the start of the day, the Brewers are atop the NL Central, and the Marlins sit in second place in the National League East division. The Mets put up 16 hits on the day as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 10-6. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in fourth place in the National League East division. And the Mets are fourth in the division.
Guys at AA.
The Pirates put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Phillies.
Okay, so we got 2 lefts and a right. Escobar still hitting the ball really well. So we'll stay at the top of the lineup. Castro's still struggling. So let's see. Start taking a look at everyone's OPS is 910, 929, 801, and 8. So I might put Maben, then Escobar. Bohr 729, 900, he'll bump up. 865, he'll bump up. And then Castro. To see how that does against the Dodgers. Loses us the first game and wins us the second game against a right-hander, Kentai Maeda. Maben.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Harleen Garcia collected win number 3 this year, leading the Fish to a win over the Dodgers, 2-0. The Phillies were winners in extras against the Diamondbacks, 3-2. The Atlanta Braves got 11 hits overall as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati, 6-5.
Start working Castro.
The Cards grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets, 4-2. The Nationals totaled 13 hits as a team as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco, 10-5. Joe Musgrove got his 3rd win this season, helping the Pirates down the Tigers, 4-2. The Rockies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Padres, 10-2.
Adam Conley lays an egg.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Los Angeles Dodgers totaled 11 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 11-0. The Diamondbacks got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park.
Kind of get me worried that no shortstops are popping up. That's one of our main positions.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Arizona Diamondbacks combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 3-2. Julio Teheran earned the 3rd W of his season, helping lead Atlanta past the Reds, 5-3. The St. Louis Cardinals got 12 hits in this one as they got the best of the visiting Mets, 3-2.
Gets his first 2 innings.
Luke Farrell earned his first career big league win on the mound, helping lead the Cubs over the Brewers, 3-1. The Tigers allowed only...
Eric Jaeglo gets hurt, out for a couple months. Need another 3rd baseman. Peter Mooney hitting the ball really well.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins combined to give up just 5 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies, 4-2. The Diamondbacks racked up 11 hits as a team as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Nationals, 5-1. The Philadelphia Phillies took down the visiting Braves, 3-2. The New York Mets launched 3 home runs as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 3-2. The Chicago Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 7-6. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Carlos Martinez collected win number 3 this year, helping the Cards pass the Buccos 4-3. They now have 5 straight wins. The Giants allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 3-2. Chris Sale won his 4th game thus far, helping lead the Red Sox to a win over the Rays 4-1. The Toronto Blue Jays were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-1. The Baltimore Orioles swatted 4 home runs in this one as they defeated the visiting Tigers 5-0.
5 hits.
Corey Kluber grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, leading the Tribe over the Mariners 5-2. The Kansas City Royals got 11 hits overall as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-2. The Cincinnati Reds hit 3 long balls as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 10-6. The Angels held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 4-0. The Astros grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 8-2. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See how that will get us. 7-0 win, and then we got a right-hander, German Marquez, coming up.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they toppled the Rockies 7-0. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 2-0. The Braves racked up 11 hits as a team as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 12.
Hopefully get some more position, guys. Take a look at the right-hander lineup here.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Nolan Arenado doubled down on home runs while driving in 3 as the Rockies defeated Miami 3-2. As of today, the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East, and the Rockies are in 3rd place in the NL West. The Washington Nationals put together 10 total hits as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-4. In the standings, the Nationals sit atop the NL East, and the Diamondbacks are in 2nd place in the NL West. The Phillies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Braves 6-1. As of right now, the Phillies sit in 3rd.
So that's it. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the rankings again. Like I said, Hernando's pitching very well. Guzman.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 7-4. The Washington Nationals got 12 hits in this one as they plundered the Pirates 9-0. The Colorado Rockies bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 3-2. Joey Votto was locked in at the plate with 4 knocks, helping lead Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers 2-1. The Diamondbacks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 6-2.
Defense still
the San Francisco Giants put up 16 hits on the day as they made short work of the Padres 9-2. Whit Merrifield had 3 hits and drove in 3, leading the Royals over the Red Sox 5-1. The Cleveland Indians allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 7-1.
Good for now.
The Rays took down the Tigers in Detroit 2-1. The Blue Jays defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 5-1. The Houston Astros defeated the visiting Yankees 3-2. That's all for today's show.
Some scouts available.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies smacked 15 team hits as they were victorious in extra innings.
International realm. Okay, Central.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 3-1. Corey Dickerson was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, helping lead the Pirates to victory over the Nationals 7-2. Jay Bruce sent 2 into the seats while driving in 3, leading the Metropolitans past the Braves 5-4. The Rockies sent 3 balls into the seats as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-3. The Reds got 11 hits overall as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 6-2. Miles Mikolas earned the win, his fourth this season, helping the Cardinals get by the Chi Sox 6-5. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Dodgers allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got a road win against Arizona 8-3. The Giants completed a 3-game series sweep as they secured a win in extra innings over the Padres 3-2.
The
Red Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 5-1. The Rangers racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 10-5. The Detroit Tigers totaled 11 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 6-1.
So, Kingman is there.
Trevor Hildenberger collected his first W this season, leading Minnesota to a win over Toronto 4-3. The Orioles combined for...
So we got righties all the way up until Lester on the 8th.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Nationals got 11 hits overall as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-4. The Atlanta Braves picked up 14 hits in total as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 8-5. Yasiel Puig was a force at the plate with 3 long balls and 4 RBIs, leading the Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 7-6. Avisail Garcia had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, helping the White Sox dispose of the Twins 10-4.
Top of the lineup.
The Royals had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 7-6. The Baltimore Orioles grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 9-4. The Oakland Athletics stopped their 6-game.
Rosenthal blows a save, first one of the year. Take down Matt Harvey and the Reds in the 3rd game. Got another shortstop, Pena. Gonna take a look at him.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Justin Bour dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs, helping lead the Marlins to a win over Cincinnati 8-3. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. Entering the day's action, the Reds sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, while the Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. Arodys Vizcaíno got win number 1 on the year as Atlanta got the win against San Francisco 3-2. As of today, the Braves are in 3rd place in the NL East, while the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. The Phillies swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they pulled away from the Nationals 10-3. At the start of the day, the Nationals are atop the National League East Division, while the Phillies are 4th in the division. The Colorado Rockies brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they manhandled the Mets 7-0. Heading into the day, the Mets are in last place in the NL East, while the Rockies...
So now we got our lefty matchup against Lester.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins combined for a 4-hitter as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 4-1. The San Francisco Giants pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 2-0. Joey Votto had 3 hits in the contest as Cincinnati defeated the Mets 4-3. He currently has the highest on-base percentage in the National League. The Padres totaled 13 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 7-0. The Cardinals racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 9-5. The Texas Rangers got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the visiting Tigers 3-1. The Astros knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the A's in Oakland 4-3. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
A potential. Jay Grome, A potential. Domingo Germán, B. Billy McKinney. That might be interesting right there. So come back to Yankees. Sean Reed Foley and Richard Urena. Ooh, we could get Loris Gurriel Jr. I do kind of like the Blue Jays. Joe Adell. In center field, Kevin Mayton. Taijuan Walker. Possibly. So I definitely like the Blue Jays this trade the most. Can play short. Good fielder. So we're still missing there. Even on Bo Bichetti, we still got a little way to go. So if we don't go Gurriel, and we just go Bo Bichetti, still a little bit off. Still a little bit off on Vlad Guerrero Jr. too. Can play right field. Plus we got Brian Anderson coming up. So I might just go Gurriel Jr. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know. I do kind of like this trade better. Does have a lot of team control. Got Gurriel basically for another 6 years. I mean, there's not a lot to complain about. Could pick up Grichuk. Could. Then could we add? Oh. Ooh. Just throwing a pitcher, maybe. Well, we wouldn't have Grichuk for that long. Basically another 3 years. But we only have Diedrich for 2. This might be the trade to make. I mean, we get rid of Rogers, who's one of the top prospects in the game. Could get rid of Wittgren, Yona, Zich, 277. He's got 4 for a whip. Could give up Bohr. I might give up Rogers just because I think he's got a long way to go. Pick up our positions for second base and shortstop, as well as take care of our left field problem. Diedrich could slide back over to second base. He's still playing pretty well. And then, yeah, got our left fielder. And worst comes to worst, Diedrich doesn't work out. We have 6 years of Gurriel Jr. and Urena. So, I like it. I'm going to take it. We're going to make that trade. So, Gurriel, we're going to go ahead and just throw him down in Double-A for now. I like that. Just see how he does. Urena, let's just do the same thing with him. Give them plenty of time. Go ahead and move Diedrich back to second base. There's our starter. And move our right fielder. Move our right fielder Maben over to left. Then we're going to go into our lineups. Got left, left, right, right, right. So left-handed, no DH. Left, second. Right field will be Grichuk. So we got Maben, Prado, Escobar, Bohr, Real Muto, decent on base, Grichuk there, Brinson, Diedrich, okay. Show him there for now. Escobar, Diedrich, second base, left field, Grichuk, right field. So go Realmuto, Grichuk, Brinson. Perfect. 775. 775. That's fine. Our rotation's good. Go down to AAA. Everything should be good there. Then we're going to go Gurriel at second. But then we're going to go Eisen at DH. Stone Garrett, left fielder at 58. I mean, he's hitting 319. Can't really beat that. Second base. Second base. Can't play third. That's what we might do. Actually. Bang, bang, bang. Third base. Bang. Third base, bang. Third base, bang. Swap them. We're all good there. And we are good there. Don't have valid pitching rotation.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-4. The Tampa Bay Rays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pulverized the Braves 7-1. The Philadelphia Phillies amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Giants 7-1. The Cincinnati Reds combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-2. The Nats totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 4-3. The Indians launched 3 home runs as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers, 7-5. Max Kepler had a
got a scout available in the East.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins earned the 3-game series sweep as they crushed the Cubs 9-2. It was their 5th straight victory. Kurt Suzuki was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits as Atlanta pulled away from the Rays 5-2. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Giants pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 3-1.
784.
The New York Mets halted their 6-game losing streak as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati, 6-5. The Washington Nationals put together 10 total hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 4-2. The Milwaukee Brewers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got a dramatic walk-off win against the Indians, 3-2. The Rockies finished off a 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Angels 7-4. The win was their 6th in a row. The Arizona Diamondbacks
Then we got our lefty, but we got scouts, so we're going to take a look.
Hello there, baseball fans, and welcome to a Mother's Day edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins totaled 11 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 4-3. The Phillies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-2. The Nationals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got a road win against Arizona 3-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. James Shields won his 4th game thus far, leading the White Sox to a victory over their Windy City rival Cubs 3-1. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win after some free baseball against the Pirates 2-1. Chris Russin had his first victory of the year, leading the Rockies to a win against Milwaukee 5-2. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. The Los Angeles Dodgers hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 9-1. Michael Wacha got the win, throwing 8 shutout innings as the Cardinals took one from the Padres 6-0. Jordan Montgomery twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen as the Pinstripes took care of the A's 5-0. The Boston Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 4-2. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting in the National League West, Patrick Corbin was victorious for the 5th time this season, helping the Diamond. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, Corey Seager sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6 as the boys in blue took care of the Marlins 14-1. He is currently among the NL leaders in runs batted in. The Atlanta Braves got 11 hits overall as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-1. The Philadelphia Phillies went deep 4 times as they blew out Baltimore. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Dodgers sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the Fish in Miami 8-1. The Braves smacked 15 team hits as they crushed. Welcome to your Saturday. Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Atlanta Braves totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 8-4. Steven Strasburg grabbed the victory, his fourth of the year, leading the Nationals past the Dodgers 5-2. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. The Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-1. The St. Louis Cardinals had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-4. The Reds pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 1-0. The San Diego Padres racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 5-4. The Colorado Rockies picked up 14 hits in total as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 7-4. The A's knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-4. The Orioles combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 7-0. The Rangers totaled 11 hits as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 10-5. Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets got 12 hits in this one as they manhandled the Marlins 8-0. The Padres starting pitcher, number 3, earned his first victory of the season, helping the Padres get the best of the Nationals 2-1. The Phillies launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Braves 3-0. The Cubs broke up their 5-game losing skid as they bested the visiting Indians 2-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 9-4. The Arizona Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-2. The TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, Josh Hader won his first game of the season as the Brewers took care of the Mets 4-1. Starling Marte had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as the Buccos took down the Reds 9-1. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Red Sox finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim had 12 hits as a team as they got the extra inning victory over the Blue Jays 4-1. The Baltimore Orioles knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 6-2. The Houston Astros totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 4-3. Marcus Semien was just a home run short of the cycle as Oakland took down the Mariners 6-0. The Texas Rangers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 9-8. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Derek Dietrich grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Marlins got the best of the Nats 4-3. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Hector Welcome, everyone, to this Memorial Day edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Washington Nationals totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-8. As of right now, the Marlins are in second place in the NL East, while the Nationals are atop the division. The Bo Sox hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Braves 6-2. Entering the day's action, the Red Sox are in first place in the American League East, and the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East. The Philadelphia Phillies combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 3-2. As of today, the Phillies sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, and the Blue Jays are in 3rd place in the AL East. Jacob deGrom got the win number 7 thus far, helping the Mets get the best of the Brewers 4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. In the standings, the Brewers are in last place in the NL Central, while the Mets sit in last place in the National League East. The Giants brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-2. As of right now, the Cubs are in 4th place in the NL Central, and the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division. Richard Rodriguez got his 2nd W of the season as the Pirates were winners over the Cardinals 3-2. Heading into the day, the Pirates are in 2nd place in the NL Central, and the Cardinals are atop the division. The Rockies grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 9-4. Entering the day's action, the Rockies sit in 1st place in the National League West Division, while the Reds sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. The Los Angeles Dodgers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Friars got 12 hits in this one as they walked up. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins got 11 hits overall as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-5. The Braves combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the visiting Mets 6-4. The Dodgers combined to allow only 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-1. Steven Strasburg won the game, finishing a complete game 1-hitter as the Nationals took down the Orioles 2-0. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average.
322.
The Milwaukee Brewers racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 6-3. The Chicago Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they plundered the Pirates 8-1.
Tiny little pickups.
Matt Cook collected his first W this season as the D-backs took care of the Reds 3-1. The Colorado Rockies combined for 10 hits as a team as they stole a walk-off win in extras against the Giants 3-2. Aaron Sanchez got the W and now has 5 this year, leading the Blue Jays to a win over the Red Sox 7-2. The New York Yankees held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they sent their crowd home happy after a walk-off win against the Astros 5-1. The Cleveland Indians tallied 5 home runs overall as they dismantled the White Sox 10-0. The Tigers sent 3 balls into the seats as they destroyed the Angels 17-9. The Royals put together 10 total hits as they pulverized the Twins 7-1. It was their 5th straight victory. The Rays totaled 11 hits as they defeated the A's in Oakland 5-2. Jesse Chavez earned his 4th win out of the bullpen, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 5-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Give them, some more time down there. Obviously, Christian Colon is really hot right now. So you never know what can happen there. So we'll see. Hopefully, somehow in here I can get them plugged in. 746. Definitely better against the lefties. we take the last game against the Padres. So 28-28 heading in to June here. Let's get the rankings for May.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 1-0. The Atlanta Braves swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they pulled away from the Nationals, 12-2. The New York Mets got 11 hits overall as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs, 6-4.
Back a little bit defense,
the Philadelphia Phillies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, 7-6.
Slowly but surely,
the Cardinals pounded out 17 hits in this one as they walked off to the extra inning win over the Pirates, 10-7. The Orioles put up 16 hits on the day as they pummeled the Yankees 9-2. Justin Upton had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, helping lead the Angels over Detroit 15-2. The Indians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 14-0. The Oakland Athletics tossed a combined 1-hitter as they beat the visiting Rays 5-0. The Mariners picked up 14 hits in total as they were winners over the visiting Rangers, 10-6. David Price earned win number 7 this season as the Red Sox grabbed the win over Houston, 7-2. He is among the AL leaders in wins.
We'll see.
And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
Take one against the Diamondbacks. Okay.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, Randall Grichuk drove in an impressive...
can come in and make an impact. Got right-hander Chris Medlin here.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, Paul Goldschmidt crossed the plate 3 times in the game as the Diamondbacks slithered past the Fish 8-3. As of today, he is the National League leader in slugging percentage. The Nationals totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-3. Steven Matz earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Mets took care of the Cubs 3-1. Carlos Santana had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, helping the Phillies take care of the Giants 11-2. The St. Louis Cardinals had 12 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-2. The Los Angeles Dodgers racked up 11 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 4-2. The Padres combined for 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-2. The Yankees allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat the O's in Baltimore.
And Isaac Galloway.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 6-3. In the standings, the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West, and the Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East division. The Washington Nationals launched 3 home runs as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-2. At the start of the day, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East division, and the Nationals are atop the division. The Cubs totaled 11 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 8-3. As of today, the Mets are in last place in the NL East, while the Cubs are in 2nd place in the NL Central. Ty Blach allowed nothing in his complete game shutout win as San Francisco took care of Philadelphia 3-0. Entering the day's action, the Giants are in 3rd place in the NL West. And the
looks like they need another infielder. Let's give them to him. Brian Anderson no longer injured. Right. It's really got right.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the San Diego Padres pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 5-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks smacked 15 team hits as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco, 6-2. Bert Smith grabbed his second win of the year, helping the Royals claim victory over the Angels, 4-1. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Okay. Diedrich. Prado, Brinson. Perfect. Bullpen's good. Already checked that. Draft is coming up in 1 day. Caleb Smith pitched the ball well today. And we are taking, so far, 2 of 3 against St. Louis, and we get into the draft. We're drafting 13th, and let's see who we can get. Like I said, I really want impact guys. As you can see, there's our depth chart really there, and we're just weak or thin all across the board. So we kind of have a lot of room to wiggle here. Obviously, there's our closer, but we got Rosenthal. He's doing a very good job in there, so we should possibly hold off for now. Starting pitcher, possibly could make an impact right away. A left-hander could possibly make up for trading Tyler Rogers. Think about it. Eric Cabrera. I have to remember that. And it looks like it's probably going to be Eric Cabrera here. So we'll see. It looked like his overall was already pretty high. We already get a competitive balance pick. Again, just trying to maximize here. Second baseman, really not offensive minded at all. Second baseman, not offensive minded at all. Third baseman, possible power against left-handers. A little bit better of a hitter here. Bats left. Sean Cohen can play in the outfield. Let's go ahead and take a pick on him. Take a flyer, see what happens. Okay, other than that, down to our 75s. A little bit better of a hitter here as a second baseman, but we do have Gurriel really locked in there. High speed guy, decent fielder, no real arm strength. Same thing there. 6'4", 6'4", 6'2", 6'2". I might take this guy just because, well, he's 21. Oh. Damn it. I mean, you see how much you scout and everything, and then you get to the draft and guys just start flying off the board faster than you can imagine. So it is kind of tough. You want to try and definitely maximize, you know, what you're getting. Get another possible pitcher there. Once it gets into these rounds, it's kind of just best guess. Might just take the reliever just because I need some depth there, even though my, you know, depth chart doesn't really say I do. Might take another pitcher here, Jonas Rivas. Let's see what happens with him. Here's a catcher. Power guy, possibly. Go ahead and pick him up, see what happens. And here comes the moment of truth. We're going to take a look at our draft picks. 93 overall as a pitcher. Already 73 overall at 19 years old. Love it. Definitely going to sign him. Sean Cohen, 46 overall at a 79 potential. That has room to grow. He's only 19. Can play in the outfield. Going to go ahead and take a flyer on him too. Bernardo Ibarra, 83 potential. 56 overall. 18 years old. Definitely has room to grow. Gonna go ahead and sign him. Cesar Mota, 83. Definitely got that power, as you can see, as a third baseman. Gonna go ahead and pick him up too. Mitchell Pendergrass, D potential. I might take a pass. Jonas Rivers, just give us some depth on the mound, and of course, take the catcher with some pop against left-handers. So there we go. There's our draft. I did get an impact guy, I think, probably in the next year or two, in terms of Eric Cabrera on the mound, Florida native. So we'll see. 73 overall. I mean, he could almost jump in the rotation today in that 5th hole. Definitely start the year next year at AAA probably and see how he does. That's really it for the draft. As we sweep St. Louis.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East,
draft,
the Miami Marlins earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-6. The Chicago Cubs finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-3. Adam Duvall added 3 RBIs to his total, helping lead Cincinnati to victory over Colorado 3-1. Yasmani Grandal had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the boys in blue took down the...
Took the first one against Padres. Straley's no longer hurt. He'll jump back in there, take a look at the bullpen.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins combined to give up just 5 hits as they bested the visiting Padres 2-1. Wilmer Defoe needed just a home run to complete the cycle, helping lead the Nationals to victory against the Giants 5-4. The New York Yankees grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 8-4. The Brewers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park.
5 innings range, and then hopefully, make a move to better the team. Plus, we have to look at Chris O'Grady starting the 13th, so he will be rested.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Will Myers was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 RBIs, leading the Padres past the Marlins 6-1. In the standings, the Marlins are in second place in the NL East, while the Padres are in last place in the NL West. The Nationals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Giants 3-2. As of right now, the Nationals are in first place in the NL East, while the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West.
Move him down.
The Yankees completed a 3-game series sweep as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-4. The win was their 5th straight as a team. As of today, the Mets sit in last place.
And Oswaldo Arcia tears his calf or something. So we definitely need another outfielder in AAA.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the San Francisco Giants got 11 hits overall.
Just auto-fix them. Hopefully that didn't mess up. Nope. Gurriel's still doing pretty
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, Evan Longoria had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading San Francisco to a victory over Miami 7-4. He is currently among the NL leaders in runs batted in. The New York Yankees combined for a 4-hitter as they bested the visiting Nats 3-1. The win was their 6th straight as a team. The Atlanta Braves combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-2. The Phillies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 4-2. Javier Baez was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, helping lead the Cubs over the Brewers 8-1. Carlos Martinez got the win, throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as the Cardinals took one from the Padres 4-2. The Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they sank the visiting Buccos 8-3. The Dodgers combined. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the...
Right.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Evan Longoria really cashed in at the dish with 3 hits and 6 RBIs, leading San Francisco to a victory over Miami 13-5. He leads the entire National League in runs batted in. Manuel Margot was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits as the Friars beat Atlanta 3-2.
Right
the Philadelphia Phillies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-1. The Metropolitans got 12 hits in this one as they got a road win against Arizona 8-5. The Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 6-1. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. The Cleveland Indians the beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Baltimore Orioles hit 3 long balls as they beat the visiting Marlins 6-5. At the start of the day, the Orioles are in 4th place in the AL East, while the Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. The Toronto Blue Jays knocked out 12 hits as a team as they used a walk-off for the win against the Nationals 8-7. Entering the day's action, the Blue Jays sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, while the Nationals sit in 1st place in the National League East Division. Julio Teheran picked up win number 8 this year as Atlanta got past the Padres 3-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. As of right now, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, and the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division. The Phillies got 12 hits in this one as they stomped the Brewers 6-0. In the standings, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National. The Arizona Diamondbacks racked up a.
So here's our rookie. I think we're going to play this game.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Randall Grichuk smacked a home run and drove in 3, helping the Fish get past the Giants 5-3. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. The Toronto Blue Jays had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Braves 7-2. Sean Doolittle got win number 1 on the year as the Nationals took down the Orioles 4-3. The Cardinals totaled 11 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-4. The Rockies snapped their 7-game losing streak as they sealed the game with a walk-off win against the Mets 6-4. Alex Wood collected his 8th win overall as the Dodgers defeated the Cubs 4-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins.
And that's about it.
The Detroit Tigers pounded out 17 hits in this one as they were winners in extra innings over the Reds 7-4. The Milwaukee Brewers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 8-1. The A's sent 3 balls into the seats.
And we're going to go ahead and play this game. We're going to see what happens. First time playing with the Marlins here, so we'll see how it goes. Giants are on a 5-game losing streak. As you can see, they've played a lot of us lately.
Truly gorgeous. Here's Cameron Maybin now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
First time playing with the Marlins. Cameron Maybin up to the plate against Bumgarner.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway at the ballpark.
Like I said, I mean, just
the first pitch is in there.
definitely the way the game runs, a little bit
Giants
smoother.
team as they begin play here this afternoon. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around.
Obviously, if you play it, if you have played it, you can tell definitely the differences between last year's game and the previous year's game.
But they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of the long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Still 1-2.
Falls one off there. Bumgarner kind of hung that one. I definitely play with this thing now. I got into it last year. Definitely kept it going for this year.
Swinging
it's a little bit more realistic, a little bit more of a challenge.
He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Right fielder there dove for that ball. I don't know why.
And he's looking for 3
First guy
right
of
out
the
of the
game,
gates
just let
today.
him sit in for a single.
And he will make it all the way to
Instead,
third
he's
now
got
as
a
that
triple,
mistake
no
proves
outs.
a costly
Lead
one
off guy on
indeed.
third, Maven. Good hustle there. Derek Dietrich up to the plate. Doesn't have great numbers against lefties in terms of his rating. It'll be interesting to see what he can do here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground out to short.
Take that. Ground ball to Crawford at short. Brings in the run.
First, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ballgame.
Bring in Yunel Esquire, 16 hitting streak, 9 for 23, 391, hitting 294, 6 home runs, and 24 RBIs in a year. Started out at the top of the lineup for us once he was up to a pretty good start. Taking a look at the numbers. Moved him down to the 3-4. Just because he's one of the best hitters on the team, numbers-wise.
It's early in the count. He wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
I'm definitely trying to load up the middle lineup with guys with high OPSs and good numbers and stuff too.
With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins.
Kind of think it puts you in a little bit better position to be successful.
I think the focus has to
just
be on
having,
Cameron Maven.
you know,
he's on a nice stretch.
middle
That's
of your
3
order
home runs
absolutely
in
just
his last
jam-packed
10
guys
games.
who,
He's swinging the
hit the
bat
ball
really
extremely
well right now, and by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
No balls and a strike to count.
Took a cutter there from Bumgarner.
1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman.
Boar's got a definitely big load, big leg kick.
2 balls and a strike to Bohr.
Trying to work me inside
right
here.
there,
Look for
he's
something
trying to
moving
keep
away
him from
from
getting
me
his
on the
arms
outside
extended.
part of the
If it's
plate
out
here.
over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Grounded back
Should
up
get
the
through
middle.
this bag. Yep.
He gets dirty, but he can't get
Bohr
there,
gets
and
a
it's
face
into
knock
center
up the
field.
middle.
Dan, I'll tell you, it
Pushing up
doesn't
that
matter what it looks
267
like.
average, but
That
270
ball
on the year.
starts
Got a little bit jammed there.
This guy's been due. He really
We'll
needed
bring in
that.
Randall Grichuk.
Here's Randall Grichuk to show you what he did in May
256,
versus
15
what
home
he's
runs
done
and
so far at the
46
plate in
RBIs
June.
for Grichuk. Picked him up with the Blue Jays about a month ago, along with Gurriel and Urena for Starlin Castro,
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Brad Ziegler,
Slider that just
as
grabs the
well
outside
as
corner.
Tyler Rogers, one of the top prospects, our top pitching prospect.
Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Bohr, runner at first with 2 gone.
Picking him up, we definitely kind of had a little bit of a hole in left field. Diedrich was filling in there. Can kind of play all over the place, but picking up Grichuk, I think, helped at least for the time being solve the left field issue. He is playing right, and now Cameron Maven got pushed over the left, so hopefully that takes care of that. Vincente Campos, signed him as a free agent in the offseason right before spring training. Gave him 1 start before this against the Warriors, I think. Didn't pitch too well, but hopefully we get the shift righted.
These Marlins, as they take
An
the field this
extremely
afternoon,
good first half of the year down in AAA. Just swapped him with Caleb Smith a couple weeks ago. He was struggling with the 5th hole, the 5th spot for the rotation. Left, he gave him about 60 innings, had about a 6 for an ERA, so
hopefully they find a way to get a win. One
it's
game
definitely
over
time to go
500,
for him.
everybody is feeling good about the season.
Strikes out Jackson, 94 fastball.
On the fastball.
Definitely got some run on his fastball.
So in now for San Francisco, Joe Pennant.
Which is kind of nice. I definitely like some movement and pitches in this game.
Back to the mound.
Also works for him to get it in on righties, get it away from lefties and stuff.
Here's Buster Posey now. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
Looks like he's 92 to 94
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's
at
1-0.
the moment.
2 out, nobody on.
Pitched a little bit with Arizona a couple years ago.
Strike 1.
Just a cup of coffee, had about 5 innings.
1-1.
Hopefully he can be a nice contributor here for us in Miami. 1 and 2 to Posey.
Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
I'll tell you, There was intent behind that pitch.
Look at the
I'm not saying he was trying to hit him,
count,
but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Ready with another 2-2. Down the first baseline. This is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And another 2-2.
Ooh.
3-2 now.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line.
Posey grounds out to Bohr at first, ending the Giants' first half of the inning.
Ready now for Marlins. Martin Prado will get us started in the top of the second. First pitch on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home is in off the plate.
2-0 to Prado.
Two balls and a strike.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Line toward right center.
It's a line drive on the right center.
It's a base hit.
Should be a single. It is a single.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there.
I'll bring in Lewis Brinson, Miami center fielder.
Drive it the other way for a base hit.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Missed with a breaking ball. Brinson, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
The 2-1 home. Runner goes. Line towards center field.
Hit and run there action for the Marlins. 2-1 count. Put Prado in motion. Moves him up to third base
so
on the base knock.
Start to make quality pitches. If you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits. First
the pitcher. And we're actually going. Hang on. There we go. We're going to do a suicide squeeze. Gets the run in. Brinson moves up to second. They'll bring up
Standing in, JT Realmuto. And he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bumgarner sets. First pitch on the way. Soft liner towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
A little bit of a bad jump on that.
That's a big at-bat from the bottom of the order.
Yeah, Matty right there. Worked himself into
Bring
a
up
nice
Cameron Maiden,
situation.
top
Got
of the
on,
order again.
on base right there. Now first and third. Rolls the lineup over.
First and third.
Order is licking its chops.
Here's Cameron Maiden.
Curveball from Bumgarner.
Gets ahead of him with strike
2-0
1.
here. Top of the second for the Marlins.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
2 balls and
2-1.
Well, I know the
Might
last
get
thing he wants to do is
and
load
run
the
action
bases
here.
right here.
Try and
So
stay
the
out of the
pressure
double
is
play on
on
the
right now
ground.
to get back in the strike zone.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Line drive to center field. Base hit, and that'll
Should
get a
get
run.
Real Muto
Now a
over
long
the
throw to third.
It does.
No chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
By Maiden. 3-0
Nice
Marlins.
piece of hitting right there. Kept
Brings
his
up
shoulders
Derek
square, his
Eager.
hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for him.
From the stretch. And it's fouled away. Still only 1 out in the inning. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Jackson is under it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run across on the sac fly. And
brings in the run from third. 4-0 Lions.
Runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And that'll bring in the shortstop, Yunel Escobar. First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the throw in gets away from him.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Justin Bohr. 7 hits already here for the Lions. 4 runs.
Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tough, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Belt will take this one himself.
That'll be it. The top half of the second.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Andrew McCutchen.
Squeeze across.
Set to lead off the home half of the second. In there at the knees, strike 1. A wind-up and the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back.
McCutchen takes strike 3 there. Caught him out of the plate.
Strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Brandon Belt. He comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman. 1 out, nobody on. 1 and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Next to bat for the Giants, Evan Longoria. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. 0-1 the count. Longoria, or just Longo as he's often referred. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And just a masterful job.
Strikes out the side.
Strikes out the side in order.
We're going to go ahead and sim
back
here.
Now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on.
And Richard gets a home run against Bumgarner. Crawford, Pence, Bumgarner with a single, Jackson, Bumgarner caught stealing. Bohr drives in a run. Richard gets a home run away. Campos still going strong in terms of energy. He gives up a 2-run home run behind Pence. Bumgarner comes out of the game for Gregor Blanco. In comes Tyler Beede out of the bullpen. Vincent Campos might be facing his last batters here. And he is. He'll be pinch hit for Brian Anderson. He's down to the better play. Middle of the order here for the Giants in the bottom of the 7th. We'll bring in Nick Whitman. First look at him.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Will be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1-1 the count now. 1-1. Fouled away. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Evan Longoria. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses ball 1. home. There's a fastball that misses.
You take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field.
Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
Popped him up. Dietrich backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Ready for another chance. Brandon Crawford. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there, strike 1. Facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Crawford hits a little over the 270 mark. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on. Digging in and here's Joe Panic, who's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this will be fouled away. Put in play to the right side of the infield. Dietrich charging this one, and there's 1 away. Here's Buster Posey now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's not scared.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Posey leads off first with 1 away. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
Under this one is Grichuk, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another shot now, Brandon Belt. He needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A ball and no strikes, here it is. A ball and a strike now. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy...
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. 7-2, the final score this afternoon. Miami jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
6-game win streak here for us. Playing Arizona.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins earned the 3-game series sweep as they toppled the Rockies 8-1. The win was their 6th in a row. In the standings, the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West, while the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East. Julio Teheran grabbed win number 9 this year as the Braves took down the Orioles 4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. At the start of the day, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Orioles sit in 4th place.
6-game win streak ends against Arizona.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Diamondbacks knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-1. Max Scherzer got the win and now has 150 on.
Campos is really struggling.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Arizona Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they manhandled the Marlins 10-2. They now have 5 straight wins. The Washington Nationals completed a short 2-game sweep as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 3-2. It was their 5th straight victory. The Reds combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-1. Nick King earned the victory while striking out 11, leading the Buccos past the Mets 4-0. The Phils launched 3 home runs. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 4-3. The Nationals sent 3 balls into the seats as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 6-5. They now have 6. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-1. Steven Strasburg picked up win number 8 this year as the Nationals disposed of the Phillies 8-4. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. Dansby Swanson had 3 hits in the game, driving in 3 as Atlanta downed the Cardinals 3-1. He is among the NL leaders in triples. Albert Almora was a major force at the plate, driving in 4 as the Cubs were winners over the Twins 7-2. The Brewers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they ran over the Reds 11-3. John Ryan Murphy plated 4 runs with 3 hits on the day as Arizona grabbed the win over the Giants 4-3. Adam Liberator grabbed his 2nd win of the year as the Dodgers grabbed the win against Colorado 4-2. Jordan Lyles collected his first W this season as the Padres beat the Pirates 2-0. The Yankees hit 3 long balls as they beat the visiting Red Sox 6-5. The Astros pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 3-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Leonis Martin had a total of 3 RBIs on the day as the Tigers wiped out the Blue Jays 5-3. The Halos had 12 hits as a team as they beat the O's in Baltimore 8-3. The Cleveland Indians got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the A's in Oakland 5-4. The Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 8-3. The Texas Rangers combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 8-1. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, wow. Ryan Healy, 7 home runs. Gallo. Josh Bell. I don't want to give up Brinson. I'm comfortable giving up Braxton Lee. I want to keep Sandy. Huh. Interesting.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami And a happy 4th of July to all of you out there today. Here's what took place around the majors yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the visiting Rays 6-4. Jay Happ grabbed win number 6 on the year as Toronto downed the Mets 6-2. The New York Yankees totaled 11 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 8-3. Brandon Kintzler got the W and now has 5 this year, leading the Nationals to a win against the Red Sox 4-2. The Baltimore Orioles put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-5. The Cubs allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the visiting Tigers 1-0. The Cincinnati Reds racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-2. The Milwaukee Brewers sent 3 balls into the seats as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 7-2. Fernando Salas earned win number 7 this season as the Diamondbacks took care of the Cardinals 4-3. The Colorado Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Looking first at the NL East, the Tampa Bay Rays amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-2. The Toronto Blue Jays finished off a 2-game sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 6-3. The Yankees went deep 4 times as they took down the visiting Braves 5-1. The Washington Nationals smacked 15 team hits as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 8-1. The Orioles pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 5-4. The Chicago Cubs completed a short 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Tigers 6-3. The Reds finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 4-1. The Minnesota Twins picked up 14 hits in total as they stomped the Brewers 9-1. The Cardinals combined for 10 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 3-2. The Rockies put up 16 hits on the day as they defeated the visiting Giants 10-5. Corey Seager totaled 4 hits overall on the day as the Boys in Blue took down the Pirates 5-2. He currently has the most doubles in the National League. Jake Junis collected his 8th win overall as the Royals got the victory over the Indians 5-2. The Padres launched 3 home runs as they defeated the A's in Oakland 9-5. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim combined to give up just 5 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 9-2. It was their 7th win in a row. The Houston Astros pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-3. And that's what's going on around baseball. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Sammy Solis got his 2nd W of the season, helping Washington get past the Marlins 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Nationals are in 1st place in the NL East, and the Marlins are 2nd in the division. The New York Mets allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Rays 5-1. As of right now, the Mets sit in last place in the National League East, and the Rays are in last place in the AL East. The Brewers finished off the 4-game sweep as they took down the visiting Braves 7-4. As of today, the Brewers sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, and the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. The Pittsburgh Pirates pounded out 17 hits in this one as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 12-0. In the standings, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Milwaukee Brewers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-2. The win was their 6th straight as a team. Josh Donaldson drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Blue Jays snagged the win over the Braves 13-8. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. Carlos Santana doubled. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Brewers earned the 3-game series sweep as they manhandled the Marlins 10-2. The win was their 7th in a row. The Blue Jays held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they pulverized the Braves 8-1. The New York Mets hit 3 long. TGIF. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, Chris Bryant swung the bat well with 3 hits as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 3-2. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting off in the National League East, the Rays knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 3-2. Anthony Swarzak collected win number 2 on the year as the Mets took care of their Subway Series rival Yankees 2-1. Max Scherzer earned the victory, which was his the beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins set 3 balls. Entering the day's action, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division.